having spoken now about steroids being the firefighting medicine we can take, and that I shouldn't put pawpaw on it now, that's something I've learned today. I did that because I thought it was a natural remedy. So what are some natural remedies or other medicines for eczema?
Yeah. So there's no natural remedy that I go out and recommend straight off, because again, every child is different. So, and some children some of the natural remedies that we have available can be a contact irritant for a child compared to other child. Okay. So if we're using a natural remedy, if it's a moisturizer or it's a balm, we just, as we said, we want to avoid that, avoid that it's got foods in it.
Yeah.
But there are some helpful preparations out there, like kawa. Some of my families really enjoy kawa because it's a nice ointment balm. To know if it's a contact irritant for your child, I generally recommend, if I'm seeing a patient for the first time, is that we stop all current therapies they're doing.
Yeah.
We get the basic principles right about bathing and moisturizing, and we use our steroids to treat this flare. And then once the flare's been put out, then we start introducing those natural ones again and see if the skin is responding well to it. If it's getting a localized flare, we know it's a contact irritant. Sometimes it's quite hard to know which is an irritant and which is not. But there are some beautiful natural stuff out there which some of my families find beneficial. Some of my other families don't find them so beneficial. So it's just weighing up what's right for your child and what you're wanting to use. But just making sure that it doesn't contain things like your lavender or your almond oils, that kind of stuff, if it's natural. Avoiding those kind of things is helpful. In terms of other things like probiotics is something that people talk a lot to me about, and whether that's helpful. And there is moderate levels of research coming out to say that yes, like we talked about, those high levels of STAT, that microbiome is not working so great and isn't balanced in eczema, that those kind of things could be helpful in eczema. However, even though the research is saying that they're helpful, it's quite conflicting in terms of practice and recommending stuff, because the different levels of research have used different types of probiotics as well as different volumes. So it's hard to say what we recommend for now, but it looks like that will be an area where there'll be more research going on, and clinically we would be able to recommend that a bit more robust. But at the moment, there's nothing that I can say you should definitely spend your money on this brand. So it's hard to recommend that at the moment. Obviously, if people wanted to do probiotics, then absolutely that they could do that, but there's no one that we would absolutely recommend at the moment.